This is case number 0562964, People of the State of Michigan versus Willie Whitfield, and file number 0964382, People of the State of Michigan versus Robert Golbeck, Golbeck. Matters are here for preliminary examination.
And thank you again, please. Good morning. My appearance is first for the people.
Needs to have the people.
And thank you. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Attorney Frederick J. Smith on behalf of both defendants today.
And good morning, gentlemen. At this time, we'll have our introduction. Sir, your name, please.
Willie Whitfield.
Thank you, Mr. Whitfield. And sir, your name, please.
Robert Golbeck.
And Mr. Golbeck, likewise, good morning. All right, this is the date and time set for our preliminary examination. The court is pleased to see that we do have signed waivers. Mr. Smith, you discussed both with Mr. Whitfield and Mr. Golbeck the right they have to their preliminary exams.
As an initial matter, as to Mr. Willie Whitfield, he has an outstanding warrant. I'd ask that this court would set aside that warrant.
If it's as to this matter, certainly the warrant will hereby be recalled and set aside.
Yes.
Very good. Oh, I see Ms. Henry actually had the discussions with him, and that's correct, Mr. Whitfield, you've signed your form?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and Mr. Golbeck, you've signed yours.
Yes, sir.
Then the court is satisfied as to the proper waivers of the preliminary examinations as to both Mr. Whitfield and Mr. Golbeck. Their matters are now bound over to today's date. Again, today is Tuesday, the 20th day of October 2009. Not guilty pleas are continued on their behalf. They can stand mute. And again, counsel, may the court waive formal reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Neff, what's going to be our next plan of action?
Your Honor, we're going to set pretrial dates in both of these cases. Mr. Golbeck is out on bond, so we just need to get a date and we need to address bond.
As to
for
Mr. Whitfield. All right, what will be my next date then for Robert Golbeck, please?
January 14th.
I'm sorry, what was that?
January 14th.
January 14th. Mr. Golbeck, I won't see you after the new year. Of course, we'll decide who our picks are going to be in the Super Bowl, and we'll see what we're going to do. Two things. One, when you get out of here, all terms and conditions of all our friend of the court orders remain in full effect.
Yes,
I don't change anything until we come back to see each other. You are out on bond. Last thing is always confirm your address. Where do you live?
26031 Gary.
That's in Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are good to go. I'll catch you January 14th. Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see. All right. In Whitfield's case, Ms. Neff, he has more than one hold. He has a couple of traffic matters out of 36th District. One is a drinking and driving offense. Another was just some unpaid tickets for some $650. So you got a few tickets that haven't been paid yet?
I went to court and paid that.
Oh, you did? How recently?
It's been like a year, and I went to Southgate and paid $350, and I have no warrant.
Wow, they're still showing.
You paid $600. It's been about a year or two. Then I had to hold in Southgate, and I paid.
Now, did you pay the tickets or you post a bond? Because
I went to court and they waived my bond to my ticket.
right, but if they're supposed to have taken your bond for your ticket, see, a lot of people think once they post the bond, which is the same price of the ticket, they're done, and they walk away.
I posted the bond, and I went back to court, and they said they used $650 for my ticket.
That's what it still shows here. What about the drinking and driving offense from 36th District Court? I don't have a date on it, but it still shows an OWI.
I got that this Friday. That's
Oh, that's coming up
last
this Friday.
Thursday, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and so your next
That's
court
why I
date,
was barred in for 2 weeks ago for
Gotcha.
drinking and driving.
and,
And I had a hold for child support. They said that they had waived. That didn't have. First they wanted $100. Then they said that I didn't have to have $100. I had a hold for child support.
right.
That's why I came down here.
And your next court date for that matter is when?
They just gave me tickets.
No, what they have to give you a new court date on it. When is it?
They gave me tickets and I came straight down here. They didn't give me a court date. All I have in my possession was the tickets, and they brought me straight down here.
Okay, on the ticket, what is the court date on it?
It didn't have to be no
Yes, it does. If they gave you a ticket for a drinking and driving offense.
Maybe my mother. No.
Okay. Did you read the ticket?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it says if you have the tickets, if your court date isn't on there in Detroit, it'll say you have 21 days from the time you receive this ticket to contact the court and schedule a court date. I take it you haven't scheduled one yet, had it?
No, I was still in this.
Okay, all right, we'll see what we can do. All right, Ms. Neff, give me the nuts and bolts. What's our arrears in this man's case?
Well, Your Honor, to start out, I have this defendant Capius from us back in April 15th of 08.
So I know.
Saying at that time and he never showed. Right now, there's $24,000 owed in arrears. There is a $330 a month cycle Your Honor, in the entire life of this case, this is a 2002 friend of court case, there have been two payments. One made in December of '04 for $7.51, that's $7.51. And one made in May of '04 for $138. That's it.
He's paid $145 out of pocket in the pendency of this case.
Since 2002. When we were last here for exam, and I'm just referring to my notes, when the defendant didn't show, at that time, the attorney had put on the record that, he had just talked to the defendant who got the wrong preliminary exam date and was currently at work and so wasn't able to come to court. Nonetheless, we issued a caveat that
Sure.
day. I talked to the custodial parent on that day and she told me that the defendant works construction under the table, he's very successful, he has lots of work tools.
Well, he pays cash, okay,
He makes good money. He had wanted to buy a house back in '07 and couldn't because of the TRW showing his arrears, but wanted to get her to waive arrears and he'd start making payments. She never waived and of course he never paid. The point is, for all of this background, Your Honor, is it's certainly,
let's see what we can do.
irresponsible to pay nothing. I'm asking that you set bond at $500, which is just over 1 month's.
Yeah, but I say it's not a whole lot.
No.
Mr. Whitfield, do you work? You do have some work in construction?
I just went to school for lead abatement. And when I was working back then, when I got locked up, I had lost my job because I couldn't be locked up and working at the same time.
Okay.
I was taking care of my dad.
All right, but why is it you paid so little money over this many years?
Every time I call down the child support, they say, well, you have a warrant for your arrest, so we can't make payment arrangements.
But you can come down and pay some money.
They're telling me to turn myself in before I can make arrangements.
Right.
And I was scared to turn myself in.
Okay, well, we have him now. All right, cash bond $500.
Well, respectfully,
Yeah,
I'd like to
shoot.
bond. We've been, in the last hour or so, myself and my partner, trying to, arrange, a reasonable bond, and I understand the prosecutor would like 500. He has family in court today. His mother was in here for, several hours in the wheelchair in the back, so she can come up with $250, is, willing to assist her to go get that money. And we'd ask that you maybe split the difference and see whether or not you can come up with something.
Actually, I don't think 500 is unreasonable given, well, not just so much the total arrears, but the infrequency of payment. I've had some cases that had much higher arrears, but even as Ms. Neff has noted, we had a gentleman just a week before last who he was very troubled as well, and he had a payment every month. Some payments were like $35 and $40, which was far below what he was ordered to pay, but it was the effort that he was making. This isn't so much how much is the debt as it is how little effort has been put forward. And the two cases, and the reason I was asking about his other matters, he doesn't seem to be too good with a calendar in making these other dates. I don't think $500 is unreasonable. Sir, you still over here on the east side, over here on Dickerson?
Yes, sir.
At 551 Dickerson? Yeah, the apartments, just off of Jefferson. Sure, yeah, okay, yeah. It's not like he's running anywhere, and you do get some work in construction. When was the
Yes, sir.
last year you filed a federal tax return?
I never filed a
Oh, come on, I don't think we're asking a whole lot here.
I worked for
$500.
waste management, and then I lost my job out there. I haven't worked since then. I've been trying to go to school to get my own license for building.
Do you have a Michigan driver's license?
No, sir.
You don't have a driver's
I
license.
work
How far
at
did
the
you go to
church.
school?
I play drums at the church. They start giving me $75 a week.
Yeah, China, that's a small amount of money, I understand. But all right, do you have a high school diploma?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. From where'd you graduate?
Finney High School, Doris Diploma.
All right. Good. All right. $500 cash bond. If you can't post it, give me my end date, Miss Covington.
November 3rd.
November 3rd it is. Then will be election day. Everyone go vote first thing in the morning. Catch you here November 3rd. Obviously, he bonds out. We'll bump him up to a better date. All right. Good luck, Mr. Whitfield. Step on back.
Mr. Culpepper.
Yes,